The day after visiting Israeli troops in Gaza with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's defense minister said that forces would remain in the buffer zones they've created in the Strip, even after any ceasefire to end the war.
Unlike in the past, the IDF is not evacuating areas that have been cleared and seized. The IDF will remain in the security zones as a buffer between the enemy and the communities in any temporary or permanent situation in Gaza.
Israel went back on the offensive in the enclave on March 18th. Since then, it has captured more than half of Gaza, widening the buffer zone encircling the Strip, further expanding the no man's land in the north, and once again taking control of the vast Netzarim corridor in the center, cutting off Gaza City from the rest of the territory. In southern Gaza, Israeli forces have taken control of the border city of Rafah and are pushing inland up to the so-called Morag corridor. The plan is to permanently empty the zone, which represents around 20% of the entire territory, and cut Gaza off from its border with Egypt. Last week, Israeli NGO Breaking the Silence published a report based on testimonies from Israeli soldiers who'd fought in Gaza.
The State of Israel claims that the goals for this war is to demilitarize Hamas, to defeat Hamas and to bring back Israeli hostages from the Gaza Strip. But in reality, soldiers get different orders and different missions specifically regarding the buffer zone. The idea is to take land from Palestinians. This is both a security issue, but also revenge.
Meanwhile, Gaza's population has been pushed into a smaller and smaller area. The humanitarian crisis continues to grow amid Israel's ongoing military assaults and its total blockade of aid since the beginning of March. Katz said Israel would push forward with a plan to allow Gazans who wish to leave the enclave to do so, though it remains unclear which countries would be willing to accept large numbers of them.